Good morning, everyone. Treasure Troller here from the partially mask-wearing militant state of Michigan, where we have more FBI agents and paid informants than we do actual conspirators in the plot to kidnap our governor and dictator, Gretchen Whitmer. Well, it's the day after the Super Bowl, and I know you're all wondering how Treasure Troller did on his Super Bowl bets. Well, I was about 1 for 4, but the one paid 11 to 1. So how do you think I did? The botched extra point snap cost me. That was really the only, I guess, I don't want to say legitimate bet, but the Rams winning, and I think I had them by 3.5. And the botch snap cost me. But who knows? They may have just played for, well, they would have. Anyways, it cost me. The other ones I picked MVPs. Like I said, the winner in the points was sort of the formal bet. I had a couple of informal bets. Odell Beckham Jr. scoring the first touchdown. I had that paid 11 to 1. I had him winning the MVP. I think he had a shot until he got hurt. And then I picked, I can't think of which one it was. One of the defensive linemen for MVP, because that was about 20 to 1. So a couple of like outside the lines, I guess. Maybe someday we'll talk about Durham with the computer hacking and stuff. You know, Durham. Everyone was talking about where's Durham. He's like a freaking sniper. I mean, he's hiding, and then when he shoots to kill. I'm waiting for Omarosa to somehow. I've always had a thing about Omarosa running around the White House taping people. Like somehow Omarosa was in on some of this stuff. So today, what I really wanted to just run on about was the trucker strike. And if you heard, if one of the 10 or 12 people heard a vlog I posted, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago about what would happen if they all just like stayed home. And so I'm going to link a Fox Sunday show in here that they were just saying, geez, what happens if they stay home? So I don't think I'm like some sort of like Nostradamus here. I just think that was maybe not a foregone conclusion, but there's some things about this that are good and that kind of worry me. The first thing is that, and if it's successful, and you know, sort of going against the government thing, I mean, the small guy against the government, the small guy is always going to get the sympathetic vote. And so other people may get the idea that, well, if we want to get our way, you know, we're going to have to protest. In some way, shape, or form. Peacefully protest. You know, drive your car somewhere and honk at them and stuff. Or stand on the sidewalks and protest. But, and I think the protest and its meaning may get a little bit watered down. So, I'm a little bit worried about that. The other thing is, if it's successful, I mean, all these people did was park their vehicles and kind of interfere with normal everyday life. That doesn't bode well for Black Lives Matter and Antifa on a lot of different levels. First, I'm not sure of how many of those individuals actually own vehicles, because they show up, in buses. It was a very peaceful protest, so that goes against them. So, these protests kind of make Antifa, Black Lives Matter, and these kind of groups, maybe even Proud Boys, and a lot of these groups that want to be a little bit more aggressive, makes them look bad. It makes them really look bad. So it doesn't bode well on a lot of ends, on a lot of ways. If the truckers win, it doesn't look good for the government, and it doesn't look good for all these groups that love to bust people in and cause problems. Because the truckers are kind of showing you how it's supposed to be done. And as much as I don't want them to stay home, because that is going to hurt, I'm not too worried. I think they would do it out of brotherhood for the Canadians. Things are starting to get pretty lax here. The Super Bowl was another example. The one thing I didn't see, especially when they were showing the fans and stuff, was masks. Masks in the state that is one of the most heavily mask mandated states around, which just kind of signals that this thing is over as far as the mandates go. I'm not sure how much push the truckers are going to need down here to make things happen. I think it's already turned the corner. It's kind of like your team's down about 35-0, and there's 3 minutes left in the game. There's no sense in calling timeouts, running the hurry-up offense. A lot of it's just, let's just run a few plays. We don't need to score, or we're just waiting. We're waiting for the clock to run out. It's a foregone conclusion. I think that's what it is down here, and I don't think Canada will be long in following. But Trudeau needs a way out. Trudeau needs a way out. So someone is going to have to offer him a way out. He can't just quit, because that makes it look bad. And he can't keep hammering on the citizens of Canada, because that doesn't look good. So they've got to find a way out for that soy boy. So I think that's about it for the day. I'm just waiting for the aftermath of the strike to see how this strike is going to be compared to other strikes down the road. How they're going to refer to these strikes compared to other strikes. I think that's really the next thing to really look at and observe. And like I said, there's going to be people that get the idea that the only way to get their way is to protest, and protest may become the new thing, but they could get watered down, and their message may get lost, because it's more important to protest than it is to get the message out. So that's about it. I think we'll probably do something about Durham in relation to mainstream media. But that's it for the day. I just got to count my winnings and go to bed. With that, this is Treasure Troller saying aloha and good day.